Hi there, everybody. Cassandra Bibas here, your Fear to Fuel expert and life transitions coach. I'm also the founder of the Ultimate Life Coach Training Academy. We are beginning a 6-week online intensive the first week of January. So if you are considering becoming a life coach, if you're a new life coach, or if you've been in life coaching for years, but your business is not as profitable as you'd like it to be, join us for the 6-week intensive. You can find out more by visiting www.ultimatelyfecoachtraining.com. That's ultimatelyfecoachtraining.com. So visit us, enroll. I'm telling you, it will transform the way that you coach and the way that you do business as a coach. So I want to talk to you today about the top 3 signs that a potential client is not your client. You heard me. One of the things I've always said to people is not all clients are my clients. So I'm very picky about the clients that I take on because I have been a new coach who's taken on everybody and anybody. And I know that some clients are not your client. And when you take on a client who is not your client, guess what? It's a lot more trouble than it's actually worth. So let me give you the top 3 signs that a potential client is not your client. Here's sign number 1. And this, with technology, it is so easy to figure this one out. Sign number 1 that a potential client is not your client is this. They take all your free stuff. They are always at your webinars. They read your newsletters. They email you asking you questions. And 2 years later, they haven't purchased a thing. Now, there is something to building a relationship, right? So I'm not saying that after a few months, you expect somebody who's signed up to your email list to now, pay you $250 an hour for coaching. But if somebody's been on your list or people are on your list and they've been there for 2 years and they love all your stuff, they rave about it, they retweet it, they talk about it on Instagram, they're at every live webinar you give, they love what you do, but they are super hesitant about signing on for something that requires an investment from them, let me help you out. That client is not your client. Let me give you the second sign that a potential client is not your client. When they actually, and some people who are not your clients, they'll pay you. I mean, they'll go to PayPal or your shopping cart and they'll pay you. But here's another sign that a potential client is not your client. They take forever to complete your intake form and to fill out that initial packet to start the coaching. Like they've paid for the coaching, they've put their money in, you have their money, but they are taking forever, or they're constantly rescheduling coaching calls with you. It's like they don't want to face themselves or have to get real. So even though they paid their money, and even though it sounded like a good idea when they clicked the PayPal button, somebody who's not really interested in doing the work and who hesitates and doesn't follow through, guess what? They're not your client. Here's the third top sign that a potential client is not your client, and it's so crystal clear to me. They haggle about the price. They complain about the price of coaching. They talk about, well, what do you do for people who can't afford coaching? Everybody needs coaching. Why don't you lower your prices? Because that's too expensive for people who are hardworking and trying to make it. Listen. Not every client is your client. And if they can't afford you, let me help you out. They're not your client. They're for some other coach who's going to charge them less and who's going to work with them. So not every client is your client. Look out for those top 3 signs. Number 1, they take all your free stuff. They've been with you for years. They rave about what you do. But you know what? They don't take on any paid coaching. Number 2, they have paid their money, but they're totally hesitant to move forward with the process, or they cancel appointments on you, or they, don't really do the homework assignments that you give them. Not your client. Or number 3, they haggle and complain about the price of your coaching. Listen, your coaching prices are your decision about your worth as a coach. That is not up for negotiation. So again, those are the top 3 signs that a potential client is not your client. If you want to learn more, if you want to figure out what is the step-by-step process that I make this coaching firm profitable and give people amazing transformations, and in doing so, create a life and a business that I love, you need to join me for the ultimate Life Coach Training Academy. Check out the website. Go to www.ultimatelifecoachtraining.com and click register today. I'm telling you, spaces are going to fill up fast. ultimatelifecoachtraining.com. I will talk to you next time.